So you've bought all of this backpacking gear and maybe you paid a little bit extra just to make it a little bit lighter to maximize your comfort. However, if you're putting things into your backpack in the wrong way, it could add to your shoulder and your back pain. I'm headed out on a 6-day backpacking trip. I'm going to show you what gear I'm using and how I put it in my backpack to maximize my comfort. Stay tuned. My routine before every backpacking trip is a couple weeks out. I pack up my backpack, shove everything in that I think I'm going to need, determine which backpack I think I should use, and then I unload it and I repack it. And then a couple days later I'll unload it and I'll repack it. And I do that a few times just to make sure that I have all the gear that I need and to make sure that I'm properly packing it in the most efficient way. So on this backpacking trip, I'm headed out to the Centennial Trail to once again through hike the trail of about 125 miles over 6 days. I've tried it out with my different gear. I got out my scales and I'm going to be a little over 20 pounds when I'm fully loaded up with my food and my water. So I really have 3 backpacks that I use the most right now. I have my Waymark Through, which is a frameless 38 liter, and it is supposed to carry up to about 20 pounds. So I'm right over that limit. And then I have my 2 Pilgrim UL Highline backpacks. This is the one that I got last year, and it is a 35 liter, and it can carry about 25 pounds. And this is this year's, which is a 40 liter, and it can carry, I don't know, like 40 pounds. So I am opting on this trip to use my Pilgrim UL backpack from last year, which is slightly smaller, but it still has a capacity where I can carry that much weight comfortably. So this is the backpack that I'm going to use. It's completely empty, and I'm going to show you how I pack it. One thing that is on the outside of this already is I have my Govee. It's a thermostat that is through Bluetooth on my phone and tracks the temperature while I'm hiking. What I'm going to wear, obviously not in my backpack, but when I get there, I have my Brooks Cascadia, I think they're 17s, that I'll be wearing, my trail runners. All of my clothing just got a new fresh coat of permethrin, which there aren't as many ticks out there, but it just needed a new coat after my last trip, and there's just a ton of ticks. I figured I'd refresh all of that. I'm going to be wearing my Under Armour cap. I have Injinji toe sock liners. I have Darn Tough ankle socks. And on this trip, it's going to be a little bit warmer. It's going to be mid-June. I'm going to be wearing a sleeveless Smart Wool merino wool shirt where I actually cut off the sleeves. I'm going to have plenty of sunscreen, but I like to be sleeveless when it's hot like that because I do not handle hot temperatures well, and I handle the sun fine. It's just the heat that I have a problem with. And then I have some Patagonia running shorts and my alpaca hoodie. Probably going to wear this in the morning. My shuttle driver's picking me up at 6:30. I probably will take this off before I start hiking and shove it in my pack. So that's the clothes that I'm wearing. In the bottom of my backpack, this is what I do every time. I have a Sea to Summit compression wet dry bag. So this will keep everything dry and compress everything down. So in there, I have an extra pair of Darn Tough socks. I have a Smart Wool. This is a hooded short sleeve shirt, just in case the sun starts to get to the back of my head and I need a hood. That's my alternative. Then I have a pair of just polyester long underwear. These are what I wear when I'm sleeping if it's cold out, or these are the only pants that I'm bringing along. So oftentimes in the morning you'll see me wearing these as pants. And then all of my down goes in this bag. Now my backpack is waterproof. However, I just want that double layer of waterproof and that security, because if it's cold out and your down is wet, it's probably the end of your trip, and I don't want that to happen. So first down I have is my pillow here. This was made by my friend Miyagi, so you can't get one of those. I have my down booties, Goose Feet down gear, through Garage Grown gear. When you are bringing your quilts, if you might be sleeping where it's just on the bottom edge of that, these help. So on this trip, I'm bringing 40-degree quilts. I'm bringing my hammock, so I have 2 quilts. This is the Hammock Gear 40-degree quilt. It has 950 fill power down, so it compresses down very nicely. And then I have my Underquilt. This is from Warbonnet. It's the Underquilt for a bridge hammock. I think it's only like 800 fill power down, but when you have a 40-degree quilt, that really doesn't make a difference. This thing hardly has any down in it, but it does meet that temperature rating. I've slept with it down to about 35, and I was comfortable. So the nice part about this compression sack is, you know, this is the size large. I think it is about a 20 liter if you keep it this big, but it compresses down. I can't really do it here on the table. Here's some video of me actually compressing it down to put it in my backpack. You can see here that I compress everything in the compression sack all the way down using my body weight and my knee, and then I pull the 4 straps to keep it compressed. It comes out about the size of a basketball, and this is the first thing that I put into my backpack. And this goes all the way to the bottom of my backpack. Now you want to make sure that your backpack and your bag like this is really waterproof, because on the bottom of it, if you have back sweat, you could actually get your gear wet from that back sweat going into your backpack. I don't have that problem on this one because it has a frame, less back sweat, and it's waterproof ×2. The next thing that goes into my backpack is my Warbonnet Ridgerunner bridge hammock. Here in my do-it-yourself stuff sack, as well as my Thunderfly tarp. So those go right into the next level, nice and flat. And you can see, you know, that's the bottom part of the backpack. The next thing that I have, what I call my ditty bag. It's kind of the junk box where you put all sorts of little things that you may need. We have Band-Aids, we have some wet wipes. I have some of these Salty Bridges ointment. It's very similar to like a Vaseline, or it's just used in case of chafing. An extra lighter, some Benadryl cold tablets or allergy tablets. So just in case you get into some weeds or get stung by a bee or something, it's nice to have along. Some cold pills to help if you need, if you're feeling allergies or you need some help sleeping. I have a little can here of mosquito spray. I have this extra little piece for the hammock and my quilts, just in case it breaks. I have that just little piece of rubber band there. A couple mini carabiners, a chapstick with some Luca tape on the outside. Luca tape used for covering blisters and foot care. An extra Smart Water bottle cap. This is my knife. It's just a little razor blade. You can find a knife like this super cheap on Garage Grown gear. Some stomach tablets just in case you get upset stomach. And finally, this is for hanging my bear food, my bag up in the tree. It's just a little stick for tying the knot. This is an extra one. So that is my ditty bag with all of those little items. The other thing that I put in that next level is my electronics bag. This trip, since I do shoot video, I listen to music while I'm hiking. I'm using my phone for navigation. I'm using it along with my Garmin for emergency uses. So I go through a lot of power. I have this huge Anker power bank, and I actually have a second one here that I'm bringing along too. And this one's a lot lighter, but it's just as the backup. And this little power bank is from Nitecore. So they go in my do-it-yourself electronics bag here first. I have my Nitecore NU25 headlamp. Love this thing. It's rechargeable. It has buttons where it doesn't actually or accidentally turn on inside of the bag. And then we've got cords. We've got some wired earbuds, some power cords for my phone, and some of my other electronics there. So that all gets stuffed in that bag. I'll also have in here some eye drops that I have to take at night, as well as some pills that I take every night. So these two little bags go in next. They're the next layer. And they you can kind of squeeze them in around those other two bags and everything fits in there good. Okay. The next thing is my food bag. This is a 6-day trip. However, I do have a chance to resupply. I have my resupply box here that I'm bringing to the post office tomorrow, and it's being mailed to a campground that is along the trail that I'm going to pick up at. Okay, the Doritos don't go in my food bag. You'll see where they go in a minute. I have 2 freeze-dried meals. Buffalo mac and cheese from Mountain House and biscuits and gravy from Peak Refuel. 3 candy bars. Reese's Sticks are my favorite. Some beef sticks. So these Sibs beef sticks, you can find them at Aldi. There are 12 in a package. I eat 4 for each lunch along with Doritos. So there are 3 lunches with the Doritos and the beef sticks. There's extra Doritos that I have when I'm eating dinner as well if I'm still hungry. The savory Nature Valley granola bars are delicious. Everything bagel. I have a couple rolls here for breakfast. Honey buns and some cinnamon Danish from Hostess. I have a couple Star Crunches, a garbage bag, and an extra bag that the Doritos go in once they're open. And then I have my rucksack for hanging my food, as well as the line inside of there. My titanium long-handled spork with a toothbrush on the end of it. That toothbrush is available on Garage Grown Gear. Roll that down. This bag is from Hilltop Packs. It is a custom printed Dyneema food bag. And roll that up. That is the next thing to go in. All right, let's focus a little bit on what is going on the outside of the pack for now. Since I do shoot video while I'm going along, I have this tripod here. This thing weighs, it's an extra pound just for shooting video that most people probably won't have. It's in a little shoulder strap carrier that, again, my friend Miyagi made for me. Water. On this trail, there could be a stretch of about 24 miles that does not have water. And it could be warm and sunny. So typically I bring 2 of these 700 milliliter water bottles. I am bringing a 1 liter and a 700 milliliter, so I have a little bit extra capacity. I'm starting with only 700 milliliters in there because the stretch where the water is going to be sketchy is towards the end of the trail. So I don't need to carry all of that extra weight right away, but I'll have a little extra carrying capacity. Beyond that, I could carry water in my bag that you'll see here dirty. So I could carry up to I don't know, 3.5 liters of water. No way I'm carrying that much. This should be plenty. Okay, on the outside here, what goes in my front pocket here on the very bottom is my rain pants. These are rain pants from REI. I doubt that I'm actually ever going to need these unless at night I get too cold and I probably have to wear them in my hammock while I'm sleeping. The reason why I say I don't think that I'm ever going to have to wear them, because if it is 70 degrees and raining, I'm just wearing shorts. I'm not wearing rain pants. So that goes way on the bottom. Next thing in there, we'll put my Enlightened Equipment Visp raincoat. This is super ultra lightweight. It has pit zips, and I really like it. I have some REI rain mittens. My hands get cold, so even if it isn't raining, if it's chilly in the morning, I can put these on my hands and they will keep me nice and toasty. I have my ground sheet that goes underneath my hammock. It's kind of a little rug on the bottom, and you can see that is custom printed, courtesy of Hilltop packs. And the stuff's down nice and small. I have a little washcloth, either to wipe down my tarp or to just do some cleaning of myself. We'll put that in there. Next I have my Sawyer squeeze water filter. I will test this out the day before I go out on trail just to make sure that it is running properly, as well as my CNOC 2-liter water bag. This is what you put the dirty water in and you filter your water. So I could, if need be, carry extra water inside of here while I'm hiking as well. Okay, the last thing I think that is going in that front pocket is just glasses that I mainly wear at night, looking at my phone or reading things. So that will be just fine there. This sack has the spreader bars for my hammock, as well as the pull-out bars for my tarp, stakes for my tarp, as well as lines down here for my tarp. So that goes in the side here as well. My hiking poles. Obviously I'm going to be carrying these in my hands when I'm hiking. These are Cascade Mountain Tech. They are carbon fiber. They're super cheap. You can get them on Amazon. I just bought a new pair because I found them at Costco and they were only $35. My old ones weren't necessarily broken, but I'd used them a long time, so I figured for 35 bucks, I might as well do a little preventative maintenance and replace them before they break. So when I am driving out there and staying at a hotel, I just shove these things in the side until I get out on trail, and then I pull them out. All right. So, what do we have left here? We have, this is my Toaks 550 milliliter pot. And nestled down inside of this pot is my BRS stove. It's super little, it's super cheap. You can find it on Amazon. A little mini lighter, as well as the isobutane fuel canister that's inside of here. I'm only going to have to use that canister probably 5-6 times for dinner, so there's more than enough in there, probably twice as much as I need. So a lot of times what I will do is I will put my pot here in one of my side pockets here. However, with my poles in there right now, and I have plenty of room inside of my backpack, I am just going to shove them inside of my backpack. Also on the front here, I will strap onto my backpack, on the shoulder strap here, my Garmin InReach Me. And that'll go right on there so I can have access to it if need be. So what I did wrong here is I put my extra water bottle in the side. That actually goes in my pocket up on my shoulder strap here. This is one that I got from Waymark Gear Company, who's now out of business, but they made the finest water bottle carrier on the market. This is my Knox Gear 39G Bluetooth speaker. I'm not going to see a whole lot of other people out on the trail. This isn't a loud speaker. It stays right on my chest. Low volume. I can listen to podcasts or listen to some music to keep me entertained. And that goes right on the sternum strap here. So again, it's right up here, super accessible. If I see people coming, I just press a button and they don't have to hear my music. Okay, so on this trip, I've been debating, and I think I'm going to be bringing my Z seat here. So when I do that, I need to put the Doritos inside. I know, you're not going to be able to see them. Trust me, they're there. So that is everything. This is kind of awkward. Obviously, I wouldn't be backpacking and packing my backpack on a table that's this tall. Snap it up, roll it down. One of the features I love about this backpack is it has these straps on the side that keeps it compressed, as well as the straps on the side. This top strap pulls it down, and then it has the strap that goes over the top for the Z seat. All right, there. So that is everything. I shouldn't say it's everything. That's everything that's going in the backpack. I'm also going to have my Light AF Ultra fanny pack here. So in the fanny pack, on this trip, I'm going to have the opportunity to actually stop and eat at a couple restaurants. There's a national park along the way, both Rushmore and a different one, where I can pick up and get a burger and some other things. So I'm going to be keeping my wallet in here, as well as until I get to the trail, I'll have my phone and the little clip, excuse me, that allows me to put it onto my tripod. So that will all go in there. I have some stickers. If I see people out on the trail, I can give them a sticker for the YouTube channel, as well as some salt sticks. These are how I'm going to replenish my electrolytes on this trip. It could be warmer, and I don't handle heat well, so I need to stay on my electrolytes as I'm hiking, as well as I have a wet one in here in case I need to go to the bathroom very quickly. So I think that is everything. I've got my luggage scale out here. Looks like it weighs just under 22 pounds. So a little bit heavier than the other time that I packed, but it's still within the comfortable range for this backpack. So when you're packing your backpack, you want to make sure that everything's flat where it's going to be hitting your back. You want to keep all of the heavy items right in the middle of your backpack. You don't want them way up on the top. You don't want them way on the bottom. You want to be one with your backpack where it's hugging your back and staying real close to you. So you also don't want to put things that are super heavy out in this front pocket that's farthest away from your back. You want to keep it as close to you and hugging the center of your back as you can, and that should maximize comfort. I'm going to be putting out some videos on this trip. 6 days in the Black Hills, one of my favorite trails out there. I've thru hiked this one before. I actually tried to thru hike it last year and I didn't make it to the end, but I really love this trail and I think it will be a great video. So do me a favor, Hit subscribe, punch the bell notification, check out Midwest Backpacker on Facebook and on Instagram. And if you like this video, hit that like button. Thanks for coming along. I'm going to be comfy. We'll see you out on the trail.